This is the spring fling. This is what I came up that was springish in my collection. Yeah. Springish. I don't know. I feel like I'm a divorced woman on a cruise ship. My friend's like, it looks all right. I don't think it does. I painted my toenails and then I just wore closed-toe shoes. That's who I am right now. That's who I am in this environment. I'm excited to be here, though. It's been a good year for me. You guys ever sleep with somebody so much more attractive than you that you have to stop them halfway through just to be like, hey, thanks for doing this. Mommy needed this. It's the second time this year I've realized I am not a 10. The first time is when I fell in a bar. You want to know what happens when you're not good looking and you fall in a bar? Nothing. No one gives a shit. I feel like a pretty girl falls in a bar, somebody catches her. That's a story they tell at their wedding. I fell in a bar, that was just the story they reminded me of at my intervention. I think the time it takes somebody to get to you directly reflects where you rank on a scale from 1 to 10. Like, as I was tipping over, I couldn't help in my own mind not to be like, 10, 9, 8, 7, 7. Now I'm just on a strange barroom floor being like, you don't even know me. I love camping. Very fun. Somebody came over, though. He saw me fall. You know, he rushed over from the other side of the bar. And my face lit up. He's such a handsome guy. He had a big beard, you know, and blue eyes. Just my type. And he rushed over. And he knelt down. He reached his arm out to me, and he whispered into my ear, and he was like, listen, you have to leave.
And people in the background. Awesome. Welcome to the East Van Dam Shit Show. Tonight's guest is the hilarious comedian Brittany Lyseng.
Hey, what's up, Dan, man? Thanks for having me.
No problem. I love comedians. Well, not all of them.
Yeah, I mean, just like anything, there's good, there's bad.
Yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
And the ugly. There's a lot of ugly comedians for sure.
Yeah.
The better looking you get, the less funny. So you're going to run into a lot more ugly comedians than you will good looking.
Yeah. So, on that note, what's your story?
My story?
How do you get into comedy?
I think it was something I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I come from a pretty blue collar background, so I just didn't know you could do it. So I did it lots later in life when I was just sort of craving it and figuring out where to do it. I grew up in Calgary, so I just found some open mics, and it was a quick thing that happened. I'd worked in the trades for 12 years, and then I got into comedy, and by my second year, I was signed to a club and at Just for Laughs, and so it was a quick, like, it just sort of it happened when it was right, and I just kind of kept plugging away.
Awesome. Where are you from originally?
Calgary.
Calgary.
Yeah, Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you still live there?
I still live there, yeah, home base. I'm there. I'm gone about 40 weeks out of the year, though.
Ooh.
On the road, traveling.
Yeah.
Road dog.
I hear you. So, who's on the bill tonight with you?
We've got Nash Park, who is the co-creator of OK Dope, alongside Alex Foreman. And they're doing like a dual act, which is really fun. It's kind of improv-y, a little crowd worky, which I think is apt for the sort of audience that TikTok is bred a little bit.
Yeah.
Because people they're like craving crowd work a little bit. And then we've got Bo. He's going to be hosting, and he's a real funny guy, real nice guy.
Bo. Is he from Nanaimo?
He might be from Nanaimo, actually. I'm not sure. He lives in Victoria.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll be closing out the show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's talk about where you were previously. You've been on tour.
I've been on tour. So this is a big one, actually. This one, the island specifically, I'm doing like 10 dates in. So I was on the International Women's Fest Tour, which we aptly named the Queens of Comedy. And we were more of a theater run. So we did, we were in Duncan, Victoria, Port Moody, and Campbell River.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
where are you tomorrow?
Tomorrow we are in, I believe, I don't know.
Victoria?
No, we're in, I I think we're in Parksville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So we're playing, but this is a bit of a scaled down tour, but this is my favorite tour.
Yeah.
All year long that I get to do is with Nash Park and the boys here because they're it's fun. These audiences are insane. So we're at Sit Pub in Nanaimo tonight, and it's like, I don't know, these audiences are dialed in and they're excited to be here, so they're fun to perform for.
Yeah, it's packed here. I want to talk about me personally. I've never been to Calgary. But what's like the music, the comedy scene out there?
Well, the it's interesting because everyone's always going to be like, oh, there's not much of a scene of anything, but there is, because it's all like the artists that are sort of bred there and coming up there are forced to be good really quickly because there's not a lot of comedians. So there's a lot of there's a lot of road work and a lot of if you've got 5 good minutes, you're going to be on the road doing 30 minutes if you've got a car. They need you fast. So I feel like it's like a lot of times in a bigger city, you kind of get drowned out by, 100, 200, 300 comedians, and you never get to do more than 5 minutes for your first 3-4 years. We're in the prairies, and I imagine some smaller provinces, you got to be good fast. You got to have a lot of time fast. So you're worked more often. So you're kind of in the big leagues when you shouldn't be. But it's a cool scene, yeah.
Do you remember the first time you did?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's everybody's first time is traumatizing. Like being on the road, you mean?
No, just the first time you took the mic.
The first time I took the mic, yeah. I mean, just like anything, kind of I went up and I think I was so in love with it so fast. Like it was just sometimes you do stuff and you're you maybe not good at it yet. Maybe some guys pick up a guitar and they just go I'm just so in love. And I think I was on stage and I was just like, oh, this is a psychotically chaotic choice to make in life.
Yeah.
This is what I want forever. So I was I think I have that set taped. I started about 11 years ago, so it's somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's not good, dude.
No?
I mean, I think it's me trying to emulate Sarah Silverman, which is not my voice at all. I just think I liked her so much. So it's I think that's everybody's first time. You're just trying to be like whoever you like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are your influences?
Growing up, oh God, Norm Macdonald.
Oh.
Hugely.
Outstanding.
Yeah, outstanding, dude.
Yeah.
Hugely Norm Macdonald. And then I was a weird kid. David Letterman. I was like a 9-year-old girl, watching David Letterman and Gary Shandling and
Yeah.
it's like a weird kid.
No, I like Norm, Dangerfield, Kinnison.
Yeah.
I mean,
all punk. What people don't understand is these guys seem like them now. Anybody who invents something, people are like, oh, I know what that is. But nobody knew what that was. They're all so punk rock. Dangerfield no one was doing one-liners like that.
no.
No one was playing a character like that. Kinnison no one was screaming so. He was the heavy.
Being confrontational.
Yeah, aggressive. Yeah. So
Approaching couples and go, don't get fucking married.
It's
hell.
It's hell.
What was the worst? Do you have a top 3 worst shows you've done?
Here's I think about things. I think about things when I talk to normal people who are just that sounds awful. Everything's so funny to me, dude.
Yeah.
There's moments when I first start. It's every time you're sort of not ready to take the next step, but you're forced to, and you're put in this you're kind of swimming in the ocean when you shouldn't be. And I was out doing shows for the very first time. I was middling, which means you do 20 minutes in the middle before the headliner.
Yeah.
And I've got 7 good minutes maybe, but I got to do 20, right? So it's all this real B material. And I used to have this line, this is 6 months in, and I used to have this line where I go I don't mean to bum you out, and then I would say the thing. And then this guy stood up. It was in a casino in Niagara Falls. He stands up in the back just in the darkness, and he goes, "Too fucking late, you dumb broad." And I was just I could not stop laughing.
I love that.
It was killed me because I was just because he's just in the, they used to give free tickets to the people who would lose gambling. So this guy they just give him free tickets to keep him in the casino. And then he just comes and sees me, hates me. which I love, which is so funny to me. And I don't know. It's one of my favorites. There's also been times when I wasn't ready to headline and I had to do 45 and 5 minutes and I thought this is going to be if you didn't like the first 5 minutes, you're going to hate the second 40. So yeah, I think just like not being ready.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you just got to go all in.
Yeah, you got to like double down. It's a psychotic choice to make to do this anyways. So I think you're going to come across times where you're like, I wasn't ready and this wasn't right, but you got to figure out a way to make it right. And there's going to be it's going to be bumpy.
Rather, other than the stand-up, do you like want to like maybe work in like sketches?
I think I'd rather work in like television, writing and for television stuff like that, but a little more of that angle than I think I grew up loving sketch comedy, like new Kids in the Hall, and like SNL, like when I was
Mad TV.
Mad TV loved, yeah. SCTV, which was dope as well.
Yes.
Which gets forgotten about, but like I don't think my brain quite works that way in little doses. Like I see things kind of big picture. So like sketch comedy is like, that's a real talent. I don't think that's my avenue particularly, but I love it.
Yeah. And it's hard too.
It's incredibly hard.
Yeah.
Because you're selling an idea, which is usually like a really absurd premise. You're getting a laugh and it's like all in like 2 minutes. There used to be this show called The Fast Show. It was a British show and they do like 30-second sketches.
Oh, really?
And it was outrageously funny. It's so dry and silly, but it's like, I always thought there was such
30 seconds, that's like fucking, that's quick.
It's quick, like it was called The Fast Show. So they're like these little sketches that you just, man, that was like an extreme talent, I thought. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was watching, what the hell was it? I saw you a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Doing stand-up.
Oh, you like came to a show?
No.
Like on the internet?
On the on a platform called YouTube. You may have heard of it.
It was behind a Legion next to a dumpster. I was watching you.
It was live at the Comedy Here Often Spring Fling.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's when I saw you and I was like, okay, this broad's funny. She has to be on the show.
Heck yeah.
And now we're here at the Sip.
Now we're at the Sip on the patio, drinking non-alcoholic Coronas, getting all fucked up.
What do you want to get out of comedy?
Oh, man.
What are your goals?
Yeah, dude. Like, I think when you start, you have these, like, grandiose goals, these big, like, expectations, and these, like, I want to be here. But the more I think I just I like this. I like every step of the way. Like, I like being a comedian. Like, the goal is to be, you want to be successful so that people know you so they'll come see you. But I don't have any great, like, I don't know, aspiration to be famous.
Like, no, like a special?
Yeah, like like being able to do, I want to, you know what? I want to be a really good comedian. I want to be able to showcase my work in a way that I get to make the decisions. And that takes a long time because that takes a lot of money and it takes a lot of skills that you don't have at first. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess what do I want to, I just want to be real good at comedy. I want to it's such an experience up there. I don't want to pervert it with all these aspirations of being famous or having money or whatever that is. I kind of just like what it is. So I want to get to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, you mentioned television.
Yeah.
Say if you were offered your own sitcom on a network show and you took it, would you feel boxed in, like you would have to put Standby maybe on hold?
I mean, with anything, you have to figure out how to take that next step. So yeah, you would have to I would make room for it.
Yeah.
You would have to focus because that requires a lot of energy and a lot of if you're going to write a sitcom or you're going to write a TV, show, that's a lot of energy. It takes
a lot of time and money.
6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So ideally if we're living in dreamland, I get to do that and then I also get to go on tour. But this is like a skill that like I'm on stage 5-6 times a week.
Yeah.
Like I don't take very many breaks. So taking a break that big is frightening. That would be a frightening shift for sure, dude.
So do you got another tour planned in the upcoming future?
Yes.
Foreseen future?
Yeah, I've got we're gonna finish up here with OK Dope, and then I'm actually going to I'm gonna be back on the island, and I'm gonna be in Victoria and with hecklers, and we're actually I recorded an album about a year ago.
Oh, sweet.
But
What's it called?
It is called Break and Enter.
Break and Enter.
Break and Enter.
I will check it out.
Hell yeah.
Because I got, not to delve into my personal life and make me the guest all of a sudden, but I got about 15 months of free time as I'm going to rehab.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm not having a beer with you, because I have a drinking problem.
These are non-alcoholic beers.
Non-alcoholic
beer. I also have a drinking problem.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
the more fucked up you are, the more fucking funnier you are.
Yeah, there's a... I don't drink. Yeah, I don't drink real beer anymore. Yeah. It's problematic for my.
Do you mind talking about it?
Sure. Yeah. Like, I quit drinking about 1.5 years ago. Well, June will be my 2 years sober.
Oh, good for you.
So I'm. I was never like in jail. I didn't go to jail. I didn't go to. You know what I mean? I didn't get to this place of like. It's just like. I wasn't getting better at anything anymore. Like I was just stagnant. And in a loop, and I just drank every night. So I just was like, you don't know what's happening until it's like 10 years into like, you're like, I think I'm hammered every night.
What was your drink of choice?
Always beer.
Beer?
Yeah, always beer. Like, I was never sneaky. I was never by myself. I'm always around people. I was always drunk. So I just was like, always looking for a fun time. Oh. And fun times only last about an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Well, you just said you never got arrested?
Oh, in life I've been arrested.
Oh, okay.
Just like not recently.
23 times I'm at. Yeah, I know. You know you really got a drinking problem.
On the 23rd time?
Yeah, the 23rd time.
I think because I'm a girl and I'm not overly violent as a person, I've just been politely asked to leave a lot of places.
Have you?
Yeah, and then I'm just sort of like, I'd get asked to leave, and then I'd stand outside, piss myself, and then call myself a cab,
Good Lord.
Like, I just would be like, whatever. So I think I never got arrested because I wasn't overly violent and never trying to like.
So jealous.
I'll just turn the rage into a heart attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I hear ya.
It doesn't come out this way. It just gets further pressed down.
Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, once again, February 2nd marked 1 year of drug and sex free.
Woohoo!
On that note, let's cut to an ad. And we're back. So, how long's your set tonight?
Set'll be 45 minutes, just about.
45?
Yeah.
There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Sure.
Because this is something that's been plaguing our society.
Oh, God.
With the whole climate and of the world.
Yeah.
And within comedy, do you think it's affecting it?
Oh, yeah. I mean...
And we're talking about woke here.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has, but it swings back, you know what I mean? Like, for every reaction, there's a reaction, right? So we've swung to this place of no one wanting to say anything. I feel like the left has become the right. We all become intermingled. It's insane, this idea of wanting to control what people say and do. Because it's only ever gonna create a reaction where there's an uprising. So it splits and it does a weird thing. What I think is happening now, honestly, I think things are settling in. People are not wanting that anymore. People are like, this wokeness, like, it's not really that nice. It's disguised as nice, but it's not. It's like, you don't say this, alienate all these groups, put them in all these different places. Nobody say anything to these people. Nobody say anything. And we're just separating community. So I think in comedy, if you start separating people instead of bringing them together to discuss ideas, because that's what comedy is. It's, you know, comedians used to be jesters. We used to be the only one who could make fun of the king without being killed.
Yeah.
So, like, comedy seems to be, people do want to hear the truth. You know what I mean? Like, people are always craving the truth, which I think, you know, it comes in places like this where we all gather and joke and talk normally. So, like, is it affecting it? Yeah. I mean, yeah. But I think people want to hear things that they want to hear. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talking to myself in circles.
What's a good situation? What's a good example? Oh, since you brought up Norm Macdonald.
Yeah.
How should I say this?
Okay.
Do you remember the time when Mr. Macdonald, he had a show coming out on Netflix. He went on Stern to promote it.
Yeah. So the R word, right? Is that what it was?
Retard.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
You're allowed to say it on here.
Hey.
I don't care.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing.
I'm not gonna get canceled.
I have a joke with that word in it. My sister has a disability. She used that word to describe somebody else. That's what the joke is prefaced on. I don't know if we start making up. Doug Stanhope has a great joke about how if we start taking out, we need to be not awful as a society. You start taking away words, that doesn't fucking do anything. That's like the problem is people will come up with a new mean word. In Stanhope's like joke, his premise is that like it'll come down to a number. Somebody will look at you and you go, "You're a real 97426." It means the same thing. We have to correct ourselves as a society to be kinder and more accepting, not take words away, because that doesn't increase knowledge. It doesn't promote kindness. It like shames the ignorant and alienates people instead of being like, hey, like, do you know what that word means? It's like, okay, like, why are you? I don't know. You know what I mean?
I always just thought when it came to comedy, stand-up specifically,
Yeah.
I always figured the more outlandish, the more, how would you say, not the norm, then I find that would entertain people on a much more level, because there's something that they're not used to.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the end of the day, it's entertainment.
That's the thing is, like, people have to be like, I don't know, this could be a real Alberta fucking opinion everyone's gonna love. People gotta pull up their fucking bootstraps, dude. You gotta be we gotta be on the same team. We can't be on separate teams. We gotta work together. We gotta learn how to fun and laugh at each other and involve each other. And, you know, like, if something's meant to be, you know, satire, I hope that we're not moving backwards to a place where we're devolving, where we can't understand satire. If that's the case, we all need to just fucking read more, because that's crazy. So, like, when you see, like, obvious satire and people being outlandish and people are like, that's what makes me laugh. Is when people are like, that was exactly what he meant. And you're like, no, it wasn't. So
I knew I liked you.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, I mean, it's interesting. People want to have these, like, really far opinions on either side, and that's not. We all have to be understanding of everything, you know? Like, it feels like we want to jump on each other's fires, put everyone out, but it's like, oh man, we're gonna get cold, baby.
What do you think about Roseanne?
Oh, I love Roseanne.
Me too.
Yeah, I love Roseanne. And you know
I
what?
don't think she should have got canceled.
Here's the thing. I don't really believe in there's got to be a path of redemption. You know, it seems to me that people can't wait till you fuck up. Well, I hope you don't fuck up, because it's like no one knows how to get back in. And for her, it was like, I don't know. I'm not going to defend or do whatever. She said what she said. She's going to be, but like, I don't know. She's like, She's all fucked up on sleeping meds and writing tweets in the middle of the night. I don't know. We're gonna punish her until she dies. Crazy. Okay.
I don't think cancel, but maybe suspend.
Or how about talk to?
Yeah.
How about
talk to?
How about listen to someone's opinion? Not can't wait till they aren't with, because that's what happens. I think people can't wait to be in charge of kicking people out.
That is true.
And when those people, guess what you find out? Those people, not the nicest. They're not actually, they don't have everyone's best interest in mind.
And I think in general, if you give people too much power,
Yeah.
and that goes with anything.
That's anything.
Yeah.
That's power corrupts. You know, it's like you start and
Well, you've met a cop before.
Yeah.
They got more power than the.
dude, I used to build elevators, right? I was an elevator mechanic for 12 years.
I know that.
Yeah. And then I worked in a lot of these buildings. You know who I thought they had the most power? The person with the least power. They were given these small little bits of power, like security guards in malls. And they'd be given keys with like a big giant key that ring that opened every door. You go talk to the CEO of an oil company. That guy's in sneakers and a golf shirt. He's like, hey, what's going on? Can I buy you coffee? You talk to the security guard who has he has to open one door. That's his fucking job.
Oh, fuck off, you fucking motorcycle.
Do you know what I always feel like about I love a gang. Like I love a gang affiliation. It kills me. But so there's I don't know, man. That guy always seems to be the most dickish. Somebody like small amounts of power, where you're not really in control of everything, but you give somebody power and they're just like, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hey, you won't have to put a tag on where we're doing this from, hey?
Yeah, no shit.
There will be have to get a location tag. Wow. We're in a dime. I gotta go in here pretty quick because the show is gonna start.
All right.
But I probably have like 2 or 3 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no. How should we end this?
Don't cancel me.
Name a comedian you don't like.
Name a comedian I don't like.
Dan.
I love Dan. I'm not trying to answer this in like a wishy-washy way. The same way I don't like cancel culture, I don't actually love somebody trying so hard to shock you.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it's not because I care. I just think there's something funny to me. Like it all comes down to taste. Because you were saying like you love somebody that shocks you.
Yeah.
For me, I think I'm not easily shocked,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes this like hackiness to it to me. But that's only my own personal. That's like some people don't like fucking country music. I'll listen to Willie Nelson until I die. You know what I mean? Like, but like somebody doing like shock comedy, I always feel like I'm just like, I'm not really that shocked. And I'm such a like kind of an old school writer that I'm like, I don't know where the punch is. Like it's my brain just like can't compute the laugh.
Yeah, it's almost like it's like maybe like a performance art.
It is, yeah. And then it all comes down to taste. Like I can't get into metal, dude. I understand that it's.
I'm a musician, but don't worry.
But
that's not a deal breaker.
The only and that's what I'm going to acknowledge is I understand how good it is. Like I get that it's so good. I get that it's the hardest. But my body doesn't my soul doesn't like it. I can't hear it. I can't hear past it. So it's like, it's not that I don't get it's good. I just go like, yeah, I don't think it's for me.
Okay. I respect that.
Okay.
Okay, before we jet, what do you want to plug?
Oh, yeah. I got an album out there. It's called Break and Enter. You can hear it on Spotify. You can hear it on iTunes, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, check me out. Check me out on YouTube. We're gonna record a special and we're gonna release it on YouTube, and that's coming up in the future. That's
awesome.
It'd be cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you for doing the show, Britt, and
Thanks
see
for
you
having
up on stage.
You got it.
Awesome. All right, y'all. Y'all are off. East Van Dan Shit Show.